Alright, today we're doing something we should have done a while ago on this car. I have all aluminum mounts in it now. So I just ordered garagistic. I believe these were 80A engine and trans mount. And then because we have the rallyroad turbo mount arm, I need to put the supplied mount bushing in on the exhaust side. So right now it's on SLR aluminum lowering mounts. So we're gonna pull those out and put all this stuff in, and then rewire the alternator, because I think that's the main issue of everything that's wrong with the car right now. So shouldn't take too long to get all this done, and then should be ready to rip. This is one of the easier jobs on BMWs, luckily. All you need really is a couple swivel sockets, a 17, a 13, and a 13 wrench. You just loosen the, I loosened the top bolts first on the SLR ones. They're a different design than pretty much everything else. As you can see on like these ones, which is more of an OEM style, it'll have a nut on each side, whereas the SLR ones have a bolt, so it makes it a little more difficult to line everything up with the SLR ones. As with this one, the garagistic ones are kind of the same, like captive floating stud. So yeah, you just loosen those, and then now we got to get under the car so we can do the trans, and that's where the two 13s come in. And then these are your new trans mounts. These ones are about the same design as everything else, where it'll be a through bolt all the way through with a nut on the end. So we'll get those swapped out real quick and then come back to the engine mounts. All right, so got the SLR mounts out. For the trans, the garagistic ones are in, but with the issue of the turbo mount arm being taller than the regular arm, the engine's kind of sitting in the car instead of like that. The engine's a little more like that. So the trans isn't exactly in line until I swap out everything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then check back in a minute. All right, so I've got I got all the mounts in there now. Nothing's tightened up. I've got a few new issues. One being the wastegate dump is no longer going to work the way we had it set up. So that'll be fine. We'll just have to redo most of it. I don't know, maybe I'll just get a new hood. Kidding. But yeah, so it obviously doesn't line up here, so that's got to get redone. And then the air filter, I used to just kind of just set it in there and never really mounted. It doesn't even fit anymore. Like it doesn't fit onto the pipe when I put the pipe there, which is fine because I'd wanted to put it here anyways. So now we'll just have to make an intake for it. But other than that, it corrected everything else, so that'll be good. Yeah, and here's all the SLR mounts. I'll post those up for sale probably. They're good mounts. They just didn't work with my setup. So they're like, I think it's 5 centimeters shorter than regular. So they lower the SLR mounts lower the engine and trans in the car, which is good. Lowers your center of gravity and everything. So I wish I could run them, but it's just not gonna work. So yeah, I'm gonna bolt all this up and get it back on the ground.